One of the most common questions that I get asked is how to get rid of negative energy and how to spiritually protect yourself and your home from outside influences so that you can stay in balance and get back into balance. Hi, I'm Dawna from Transformational Healing. Welcome back to my channel. So, how can I help you to protect your energy? Questions that I get asked. What product is the best to protect myself with? What should I use to protect my home? How should I cleanse my house? Or things like, but I'm an empath and I feel everything. I can't do that. The answer for all of this depends on your personal belief system, your mindset, your worldview, and what your beliefs are. And that will be different for every person. As an empath myself, over the last 25 years, I have studied herbs and essential oils and crystals and energy healing techniques, different earth spirituality paths, different religions and different beliefs and worldviews from around the globe to find that answer. To find that answer for myself and to be able to help people like you be able to find that answer for them. There is no one answer to that question. But there are a lot of common themes that will help you as you walk along your journey to protect yourself and protect your personal energy from whether that be energy vampires or people that you believe are sending negative energy towards you, or you're just surrounded by people who exude negative energy on their own and they don't necessarily intend for it to be going at you, but it's just around and you're an empath and you feel it and you don't want to deal with it. So there's so many different things that you can do and help you to focus on that. The very, very first thing that you need to do is to breathe. Just breathe and learn how to ground and how to center your energy. You need to learn about your energy and about what you are feeling and to be able to determine if the negative energies that you are feeling are actually outside influences or if they are things that you are feeling inside of yourself. And that really makes a big difference. So, therefore, we need to learn how to set our intentions. We need to learn how to change our mindset about these negative energies, or what we believe is energy that we don't want around us right now. We need to change our mindset on how we view that energy, because if we are constantly seeing negative energy everywhere, if we are constantly only looking at the negative things, if we are filled with fear and filled with anxiety, we're going to see negative energy everywhere. We're going to be drawing negative energy and negative intentions towards ourselves. So we need to look at how we can reset our thoughts, reset our belief systems about negative energy. And that is one of the biggest steps to overcome. And yes, there are lots of tools that you can use as herbs and crystals and spiritual items and different energy healing techniques that you can use to help you to focus on resetting those goals, help you to focus on resetting that intention so that you can move forward and get past that and feel safe and feel protected and change your belief system about those things. Visualization is also an extremely important tool. You have to be able to visualize those protective barriers that you are going to set up around your home, or to be able to see that you have a protective aura around yourself, to be able to see that what you are doing is manifesting itself. And that's how tools can help us, by bringing that visualization into a 3D reality. So that's why we use things like black salt or crystals or different offerings to help us to focus those intentions into our 3D world. But the biggest thing is setting those intentions, setting that visualization, changing that belief system within yourself. Those are the most important factors on how to protect your own energy. The other things are just there to help guide you, to help you focus, and to keep the focus on those intentions. If you need help with setting your intentions and understanding what intentions are, I have a great YouTube video, and I will put it down in the listings below, and it's called The Secret Key to Intention, and it will help you think about intention in a different way. There are also many articles on my website, Transformational Healing by Dawna, under the Chats with Dawna section, that will help you think about spiritual baths for cleansing and sweetness, or time to clean your house and how to keep it that way, about grounding and centering, the power of your thoughts, your most important tool, and how balance is key to creating all of these things. So under the inspirational thoughts section, you'll find lots of information, and I plan on making many other videos to also help you with this. So when you want to protect yourself and your personal energy, or you want to protect your living space that you have, you need to actually make sure that you have changed your mindset. We talked about number 1. Number 2, you want to cleanse and clear the energy in your own aura or in your home before you protect it and put shields or energy barriers up around it. You want to make sure that you get rid of all the negative stuff, that you welcome sweetness and beautiful energy filled with joy back in, that you fill up that void of clearing with good energy, and then you're going to set your boundaries. Then you're going to set your shields or different protection that you want to do that around you. So, like I said, there are as many paths in this world as there are ways, to protect yourself as there are people. So each person is going to come up with a different way. So that's why it's so hard to answer that question when people ask it. So do you follow a path where symbols are important to you? You'd want to use those symbols, such as a pentacle or a cross or an equal-armed cross, or something else as maybe perhaps a rune as your protection symbol. So you want to have some symbology that brings strength to those intentions. Or perhaps as you're going to clear your house, you'll clear it with the beliefs that you have for your path. So are you going to use smoke cleansing herbs or smudge such as sage or cedar? Or are you going to use something like Palo Santo to cleanse and then also bring in the sweetness? Are you going to bring sweetness back in with sweetgrass? Or are you going to use, you can't burn things in your home, so you're going to use things like my sage spray to cleanse and clear the area, and then like liquid sunshine or different essential oils to bring warmth and energy and good energy back into the house. Are you going to burn herbs or burn resins like frankincense and myrrh and dragon's blood to both cleanse and bring sweetness back in? It just depends on your path. So that's why when people ask that question, it's so hard to answer. Once you have that energy protected and cleansed, once you have that energy cleared out and you've brought sweetness back in, then you're looking for different ways to protect that energy. And you could have just done a visualization. You could have done a visualization or a meditation to cleanse and clear your chakras and your energy and your aura. And we'll talk more about that next week. Our video will be what are chakras anyway? So we'll talk about personal energy. And those things, you don't use tools. You use your mind, because you are your most important tool. And that's really important, I believe. Even though I sell all of these tools, first and foremost, I'm a teacher. So I teach people how to do all of these things without the tools, and then teach them which tools make it easier to do these things, which crystals work the best for this purpose, which herbs work the best for that purpose, what spiritual tools help us to focus and to be able to do this over and over and over again. But first, you need to be able to learn about that intention. You need to know about the energies, and you need to be able to focus those things. And I think that that's really important. And as a teacher, that is what I focus on. So I teach you how to use all the different tools that we have available to us in this beautiful world to be able to focus those intentions. So we learn about protecting our aura, because we can do that just with energy. We can do that just with our mind, but it's easier to perhaps use a crystal. So perhaps it's easier for you to have an actinolite and quartz that you put in your pocket, because that is a reminder that the crystal, you put the crystal in your pocket, and that's a reminder that it's like instantly putting on a suit of armor. And carrying this crystal really is like putting on a suit of armor. It literally does that to your energy if you allow it to. Other people might decide that they want to use a dravite or a champagne quartz. This is a brown tourmaline, or champagne tourmaline, and it is called dravite, and that also works as a protection stone. I honestly prefer those two as the number one and number two protection stones, and they're what I use when I go to do massage therapy or I go to work with clients, and just when I need an extra little boost. I stick them in my pocket because it's kind of like a set it and forget it type of energy for me, because I've used them on a constant basis. I've set that intention, and so it aligns my energies. It aligns me with where I need to be to set myself into that headspace of I'm protected. And a lot of people will use other things. They'll use black tourmaline, they'll use obsidian, and I just don't prefer those. I don't think that they work as well, but each person has their own path, and those are the two crystals that work really well for me on my path, and they've worked well for a lot of my students. So that's why I promote them as what I like to do. Other crystals like selenite, it's a little selenite wand. Selenite can, very dusty selenite wand. Selenite can help to absorb negative energies in a space. If you put anything onto a selenite crystal, it will cleanse and clear whatever that is. So perhaps you wear a necklace all the time, or you use crystals all the time, and you want to cleanse those crystals. Instead of washing them or putting them in salt or putting them in salt water, you can just set them on a selenite stone for a little while. It'll absorb all the negative energy, and then you don't have to worry about it. You just never wash a selenite stone. The selenite stone does not need to be cleansed itself. It will always clear itself and anything else that you use with it. So, and then when it comes to protecting yourself, other people might carry a high John root as protection, or they might carry a little bit of black salt, and put a protection pouch that they put the different herbs that are important to them into the protection pouch and carry that protection pouch. And when it comes to protecting your space after you've cleansed your space, after you've filled it with sweetness, and you want to protect your space, people might like to put black salt across the thresholds or across the windows to protect their space. You might draw symbols on all your windows and your doors. Like I said, are symbols important to you? Are symbols important to your path? I know quite a few people that use cedarwood essential oil and draw symbols on the tops of all their windows and all their doors, because it draws the negative energy down into the ground, so nothing can go past that barrier. So they use that, like other people use black salt. You might put crystals in each of the windows, put a selenite in the window so that it absorbs all the negative energy as it comes across. Maybe you're going to work with the land spirits and you're going to protect your whole property, and you make tobacco offerings at the four corners of your property, or you use railroad spikes or iron filings in the four corners of the house or the four corners of the property. Or perhaps when I said that you could do black salt across the thresholds and across your windows, some people live in an apartment and they can't do that. So you could take a tiny little cup and fill it with black salt or iron filings or something and put that in the four corners of your house. But you could put all these things there, but if you don't have the intention, the strong intention, or the visualization or the belief behind it, then it's not going to help. You need to make sure that when you use all of these different things for protection, for setting up your shields, that the most important thing is that visualization. You need to have the intention in the visualization behind what you do, because just setting black salt in the four corners of your house isn't going to protect your house. You have to have intention when you put the black salt or the iron filings in the four corners of your house. You have to have a visualization behind that. You have to be able to see what energetically you are setting up. Are you setting up a wall? Are you setting up some type of energetic shield? And what is your intention of what can pass and what can't pass through that energetic shield? So those things are all really important when it comes to setting up your protection. And you have to work with things that come from your world view. What is your beliefs? How do you view what energy is? How do you view where energy is coming from and how energy is exchanged between people or between things? Do you believe that someone can send an evil eye or a curse in your direction? Well, if you believe that, then you're allowing that energy to come in. If you believe that it can't hurt you unless you allow it to, then you're changing what energy you allow in. That's what I mean by what your intentions are and what your worldview is, and changing your mindset and changing your belief system to make it work for you is the most important. You are the most important tool. So when it comes to protection and energy, I am always here to help you, because different people are dealing with different things along their path. It might be that you need to get your mindset back into a place. It may be that you moved into a house that has a nasty spirit in it and we need to cleanse and get rid of that. It may be that you've picked up somehow a bunch of bad luck. It could be that someone is sending negative energy your way. Each person is a different situation, and so there's no one way to work with those things, and that is why I am always open to talking with people and helping people along that path. And that's why I have classes that I teach people how to do all of these things, because there's so many ways to do it, and you need to find the combination that works for you. You need to find that ritual and that routine that works for you, that makes you feel like you're protected. So I will have videos coming up more often on energy and intention and working with your emotions, and about the different classes that I'll be offering at the beginning of the new year. So if you are interested in learning about your energy and how to use herbs and how to use essential oils and how to use meditation and guided imagery and visualizations that you can give yourself to protect and to cleanse and clear your own energy. I will have a class coming up in January that I will be opening to everyone. That will be a really in-depth class so that I have more time. It's hard for me to do one-on-one teaching with people right now because everyone needs help right now. So I was trying to find a way to online be able to offer all of my students the help that they have been needing on a regular basis. So I'll be doing that introductory class probably in the middle of January, and you'll hear a lot more about it. If you are interested in that, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the other videos, because there'll be lots of free videos on these topics as well. And make sure that you join the Transformational Healing Tribe. And you can find the sign up for that at transformationalhealingbydawna.com/tribe. I'll make sure that I post it here and below the video. There are so many things that I have already shared with you and that I would like to share with you that are available on the website. And if you have questions, please post them down below, and I'll be sure to answer them. But like I said, there are so many different paths, and those paths are all across the board, and I've done what I can to learn or know people to help you in those paths. So I've built a network over the last 30 years of people that I can go to if someone has a very specific problem and their path is one that I'm not quite as familiar with. Then I will either refer you to that person or I'll get the answer for you so that I can help explain it to you from your worldview so that you understand where to go from there. There are many links in the description below that will lead you to articles that are on my website that can help you with learning about how to come back to balance, because that is the focus of this channel, and that is the focus of the whole Transformational Healing Tribe, is that it's a tribe where we can help each other to get back into balance, to stay in balance, and to learn how to be accepting of all the different paths that are there, and to acknowledge that we are all just trying to get back to balance and to maintain ourselves and our energy. And that could be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically. And that's what the tribe is there for, is that we are there to support each other. And we do that a lot in the Facebook group, and I try to do that with all the emails that I send out to the tribe as well. So if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button so that you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. But for now, many blessings. We'll talk to you soon.